In this video series, we're going to talk about the importance of oral health and how it can affect the health of your overall body. Now, gingivitis is a very mild form of gum disease that many people have and don't even realize it. It can be caused by so many different things, including smoking, certain medications, a poor diet, bad oral health, and many others. Now, it's very important to treat this because if you don't, it can lead to a weakened immune response, it can lead to inflammation, causing pain and other problems. It's very bad for your heart. It can lead to anxiety and depression, heart attack, and even further cancer. Gingivitis happens when particles of food combine with bacteria underneath your gum line, creating plaque. Now, this causes irritation in your gums, leading them to bleed. Now, in this case, bleeding is your body's way of removing this toxic material from your gums. But these particles of food, bacteria, and plaque combine in as little as 24 hours to form tartar. And then when this happens, it has to be removed by a dentist. And if you don't, it just inflames the gums further, pushing them away from your teeth, allowing more bacteria, more tartar, and plaque to build up within the gum line, and then you can eventually lose your teeth. This is why we brush our teeth and floss every day, unless you do what I do, because I don't like to floss, and I have a replacement for that, which I'm going to show you in the next video. But even with just brushing, there's so much bacteria that builds up in between your teeth and gum lines that can lead to chronic bad breath, gingivitis, and so many other problems. Now, I'm not a dentist or a doctor, so I would always suggest to check with yours first, especially in cases of extreme pain or bleeding. But there are a few simple things you can do. And to start with, you can gargle with salt water, and I would use Himalayan pink salt or sea salt. And you could also add lemon juice to your water or baking soda. And in cases of chronic bad breath, pain, or inflammation, it's great to do this at least 2 to 3 times a day. I would also put a couple of drops of pure grade essential oil in some water and gargle with that. And I like to use, in this case, clove oil or tea tree oil, which is also known as melaleuca, but only get a pure therapeutic edible grade. And I'll have links for the one that I like in the information box below. And it's helpful to brush softly with the turmeric paste, as it's an anti-inflammatory and can help you with inflamed gums. But these are all just a bandage, and they're not going to cure it or solve the bigger problem. Now, this video is about how to overcome chronic bad breath or gingivitis with a few techniques that can lead to better oral health. But it's important to understand that this is about good bacteria versus bad bacteria. And if you have these problems like chronic bad breath, you have a lot more bad bacteria in your mouth than good bacteria. And sugary drinks and acidic or processed foods all feed the bad bacteria. So diet is very important. And if you're drinking sugar or these other foods, it stops your teeth from being able to remineralize themselves. And after diet, the first thing I would recommend is to get rid of any toothpaste that has fluoride in it, because first of all, it's a neurotoxin, but it also creates a coating around your teeth that stops their ability to remineralize. And I have very easy recipes to make toothpaste, one with baking soda that's very good for bleeding gums, and another one that is very good for receding gums that's made with bentonite clay. And both have essential oils, so they taste great, and other ingredients that will help to remineralize your teeth as well. And most people love the taste of them. Now, getting back to your diet, if you don't have a healthy diet, what will happen is your teeth will be attacked from the inside, and this is called demineralization. And this happens because if you don't have enough nutrients or minerals from your food, your body will take them out of your bones and your teeth to overcome deficiencies for your overall health. And this can lead to cavities and fillings and osteoporosis and other problems. You may have even heard that pasteurized milk will do this because it's been shown to actually extract calcium from your bones and teeth as opposed to adding it as it's advertised. Other foods to avoid are any processed foods or grains or non-organic foods. Now, if you are eating meats or drinking coffee or sodas or any of these other sugary drinks, it's a good idea to brush your teeth afterwards to remove the acid from there, because sugar and acid erode your teeth. So drinking soda is like drinking the enamel off your teeth. And this also goes for any foods that are causing you acid reflux. Now, eating organic green vegetables can help balance the pH in your mouth and your body as well. Also, vitamin D, K, and magnesium are very helpful. And if you are taking calcium, be sure that you're taking an equivalent amount or more of magnesium, because if not, then it's not actually getting the calcium into your bones and your teeth where you need them, and it stays in your blood, and then it becomes very dangerous for you. Also, probiotic foods are very helpful, and I have a whole series on different probiotic foods that you can make that you can see as well. Now logically, if demineralization can happen from poor health, then remineralization can happen from good health, as your teeth are living organisms, which is why they hurt so much when they're in pain. But there are a few requirements in order for your teeth to remineralize. First is that there's no coating around them from fluoride as mentioned, but also from glycerin, as many of the healthy toothpaste have, and also food particles. Next is that there are minerals in your saliva so that these ions can attach to the damaged part of your teeth, helping to rebuild them. Now this happens from eating better food, drinking better drinks, and using a type of toothpaste that can help support this process. One that has minerals and doesn't have neurotoxins, cancer-causing agents, or hormone disruptors, like almost all commercial brands have, and including many of the supposed healthy toothpaste. Now the first technique that I recommend for protecting your gums is oil pulling. Now this is like a super all-natural way of pulling many of the toxins and bad bacteria out of your mouth, and it's good for bad breath and for your gums, but it's also, because it's removing the bad bacteria from your mouth and your system, it's good for so many other areas of your body, and you can see my video on that. And if you're familiar with oil pulling, my favorite is to do it with coconut oil, as it is already antibacterial, and if you have bleeding gums, I would use a clove oil, and if you have a sore throat, I often use a particular blend by doTERRA called On Guard. But most importantly, I would only use an edible grade, and I'll have links in the info box below for the ones I like. Now if you have bleeding gums, inflammation, or gingivitis, it's impossible to brush that away with a toothbrush, and oil pulling will only slow the process. In fact, brushing your teeth will irritate and inflame gums even more, causing more bleeding. So at this point, you will probably have to go to a dentist to have what's called a deep cleaning, because it's very difficult to get into the pockets where the calcium is built up in between your teeth and gums. Now deep cleaning is very expensive, but it's also very important, because if you have this problem, it could lead to you losing your teeth a lot quicker than most people expect. And when a dentist goes in there, many people notice a horrible smell coming from in between their teeth, and this could be the cause of the bad breath. Now, if you don't have insurance, it's a good idea to call up a local dental college and see if they take clients and do deep cleanings and other dental work as well. And because they're teaching their students while they do this, you can get it at a fraction of the cost. Now, how do we prevent all of these problems like inflammation and chronic bad breath and bleeding gums? In addition to brushing your teeth is flossing, but most people write that off because they hate flossing, just like I do, and I don't do it, so I'm going to give you the solution to that. And the reason I don't do it is because, first of all, it takes me about 20 minutes to floss through my teeth, but I also always break the flossing cord, and I even tried those swords, and those don't work for me either. But I'm going to give you an incredible solution in the next video on how to stop or prevent bad breath, bleeding gums, inflammation, and other dental problems. So I hope this one has been helpful for you. And if you subscribe and hit the notifications bell, they'll let you know when I make more videos like this. So check out part 2 for more solutions to these problems.